This time I'd like to dismiss the second school and a small audience to accompany Brother Williams in the back there. Here in the main auditorium, we'd like to invite you to turn your Bibles now to 1 Kings, the 18th chapter, and we're going to be having a consideration of verse 21 through 29. That's 1 Kings, 18th chapter, starting with verse 21, and Josiah Brown is going to help us with that reading, so let's give our attention to Josiah.
Then Elijah approached all the people and said, "How long will you be limping upon two different opinions? If Jehovah is the true God, go following him. But if Baal is, go following him." And the people did not say a word in answer to him. And Elijah went on to say to the people, "I myself have been left as a prophet of Jehovah. I alone, while the prophets of Baal are 450 men. Now let them give us 2 young bulls, and let them choose for themselves 1 young bull, and dress and cut in pieces and put it upon the wood, but they should not put fire to it. And I myself shall dress the other young bull, and I must place it upon the wood, but I should not put fire to it. And you must call upon the name of your God, and I, for my part, shall call upon the name of Jehovah. And it must occur that the true God that answers by fire is the true God." To this, all the people answered and said, "The thing is good." Elijah now said to the prophets of Baal, "Choose for yourselves 1 young bull and dress it first, because you are the majority, and call upon the name of your God, but you must not put fire to it." Accordingly, they took the young bull that he gave them, then they dressed it, and they kept calling upon the name of Baal from morning till noon, saying, "O Baal, answer us." But there was no voice, and there was no answering, and they kept limping around the altar that they have made. And it came about at noon that Elijah began to mock them and say, "Call at the top of your voice, for he's a god, for he must be concerned with the matter. And he has excrement and has to go to the privy, or maybe he's asleep and ought to wake up." And they began calling at the top of their voice and cutting themselves according to their custom with daggers and with lances, until they caused blood to flow out upon them. And it came about that as soon as noon was past, and they continued behaving as prophets till the going up of the grain offering. There was no voice, there was no one answering, there was no paying of attention.
Well, thank you, Josiah. You can see by the applause, this was his first talk here in the main auditorium, so we really appreciate that reading. But if we take out our theocratic book textbooks, what we can really appreciate about Josiah's reading is what he did there. It's on page 115 of our textbooks, and there it talks about enthusiasm. And you'll notice there why it's important. It says, if you are enthusiastic about what you say, your audience will be too. And certainly we saw his enthusiasm, didn't we? I know he was very excited beforehand, and we can see in the reading when he came to certain verses, like at the end of verse 24 there, when he said, this thing is good. You see, we had that enthusiasm. So when we have that kind of enthusiasm, it's evidence of our strong feeling of the value of what we're saying. And certainly there was value in his reading. So we can really appreciate that talk. We thank you very much.